What's up, gamers? Are you struggling with the new Omni movement inside of Black Ops 6? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it, when to use it, do you need to use it, and what you can do to counter it. But first, we're going to go ahead and change a couple of settings. Alright, so we're going to want to start by going up here to our settings, controller, make sure you're in the movement, sprint assist, make sure it's set to tactical sprint assist. So when you first start the game, this is actually set to 400. This is a sprint assist delay, so this delays in between after you're done shooting or mantling or whatever mechanic that you do. There is, for whatever reason, a default sprint assist delay of 400 milliseconds. All it does is slow you down, so make sure you turn that all the way down to 0. Sprint assist sideways and backwards are turned on, mantle assist off, crouch assist off. And then the big one for me, I know there's other creators out there that have said that they use the hybrid setting. For whatever reason, the hybrid setting did not work for me. It wouldn't let me sprint, and it wasn't registering my input to dive, so I couldn't dive at all. So I had to set mine to tap to slide, and then what that does is you tap to slide or you hold it to dive. There's a little bit of a delay because the game has to register whether or not you're just tapping or if you're holding your slide, your dive and slide button. But this is what works for me for now. So if you're having an issue, just set it to tap to slide. And then we're going to come down here to movement advanced settings and just go ahead and just copy these settings here. We don't really need to go all the way into them. So now let's go ahead and get into our first point. How the fuck does this work? All right, now that we have the correct settings, let's go ahead and dive into how to use Omni movement. So the new diving mechanic will only be triggered when you're in a full sprint. Now you can dive forward, to the left, you can dive to the right, and you can dive backwards. You can tell that you're in a full sprint when your gun is in the upwards sprint position. Once you're in the sprint position, all you have to do is hold your left stick in the direction that you want and hold your dive button. It's literally that simple. I don't understand this shit. Now we know how to use Omni movement, but if you don't use it in the right circumstances, then it's actually more likely to get you killed than actually getting the kill. So from my incredibly professional and controlled testing of carelessly diving around every part of the map, I've learned a few key instances of when and when not to use the movement. If you know exactly where the enemy is, then using the movement to either dive into or past them will give you a high probability of breaking their camera and getting you the kill. The most important thing to remember is that rotational aim assist has been removed in Black Ops 6.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So it's actually much harder to track your enemy in those close range gunfights. This gives you the advantage of your enemy losing you while you're flying past them, but the lack of aim assist will also be a disadvantage to you. This is the main reason why I say it's better to know where your enemy is beforehand. If you don't know where your enemy is, then you're very likely to just get absolutely fried while looking like a clumsy porpoise. Because we no longer have that rotational aim assist, it takes more skill to identify, acquire, and then get on target during those few split seconds that you have while you're flying through the air. And with how fast the TTK is in this game, you're just gonna get fried more times than not. If you want to be successful with the new movement mechanics, then don't just throw yourself around all willy-nilly without having a purpose for it. Sure, you might think it looks cool, but the enemy is just gonna shit on you, and then you're gonna complain about how fucking dog shit this game is. I know from experience. Oh my god, this game's fucking dog shit! Alright, so now we know how and when to use this new Omni movement, but is it actually necessary to use it in order to be successful in your games? The short answer is no. No, you don't. The beautiful thing about the new movement is that it's not necessary to be successful and have fun in your games. If you're a slower player, or you just don't have the dexterity to be diving around like all these fucking sweats, then you could just play slow and anticipate. If you go into your game knowing that most people are going to be chowing you around corners, and you just anticipate that every enemy is going to flop around, then you could just back up, hold the angle, and wait for them to make their move. To be honest with you, it's the slower players that stay back and hold the angle that get the kill, because when you chow around a corner with a dive, you have to again find your target, and the further away the target is, the smaller it is, which is just naturally harder to hit. So now that we've learned what settings to use, how to use Omni movement, making sure that we are in a sprint before trying to dive, or you'll just get a dead slide or even worse, crouch while being stationary and look like a absolute fucking bot. When to use the Omni movement, making sure that we know where our target is before we dive into those DMs, and we've learned that you don't even need to use the new movement to still be successful in your gunfights. I personally love the new movement. It is fun to do, and you can get some crazy fucking kills with it, but I understand that some people won't like it, and that's fine. You can still play slow and you can still win. Now, if you enjoyed this video or you found some value in it, then please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, because you have a rare opportunity here to join the Tipple tribe before anyone else does, and you can help out a fellow Call of Duty player. I'm trying to improve every day, and I want to help you guys improve too, so we can all just have some more fun. But you are not obligated to do either of those things, okay? However, if you're an AMD PC player and you want to get the maximum frames inside of Warzone, then click on the video that is popping up on your screen right fucking meow. Thank you guys, and have a great fucking day.